But see, how long ago is that? That's beyond the limits of that's beyond the time limit. You got to report that. You got 7 years to report that, girl. You limits of statutory. I can't get my. I'm on a brain fart. You know, your limits are up. So no, unless you got proof of him doing that, that's not even a crime no more because you know you passed the limits. No, you got 7 years to report that shit. Then it's gone. You probably did it, but you passed passed the limits already. So still no. Go ahead, Joe.
Abusing her. He would tell her things like fix your face, watch your mouth, and he would hit her if he didn't like her facial expressions. Now we get into the freak offs. Said within the first year of the relationship, he introduced her to what he called a freak off. He told her it would be acts with male escorts while he watched and directed. She said it wasn't something I wanted to do, but I didn't know what no would turn into. He also feared blackmail from the tapes that he was recording. He told the jury that he had many resources to put these tapes on the internet. I know a lot of people were shocked when the first male escort witness said that this could go on for an hour to 10 hours, but she testified today that it would go on for 4 days sometimes. Described it as her job, saying that it would include substances, drinking.
She said 96 hours
to recover after the fact. As far as her state of mind goes, she says she's nervous.
You said some guys are having sex for 96 hours up in there. That's 96 hours. That's 4 days. Who's having coochie fest for 96 hours? Ain't you dehydrated? What's going on? Go ahead.
And a people pleaser who just wanted to make him happy. She said eventually she realized that Diddy had many girlfriends, but for a time she believed that they were monogamous. Cassie did admit that she would see other men and he would also see other women. He said he'd tell her, I am Puff Daddy, and she was insanely jealous. Cassie also talked about her relationship with her ex-best friend, Carrie Morgan, and why they had a falling out. She said it was a violent incident where Diddy threw a wooden hanger at Carrie during a fight that gave her a concussion. Because of that incident, the relationship between the two friends completely ended. A legal settlement followed, and Cassie ended up paying Morgan herself to settle the dispute. Right before break, Cassie said that the freak-offs consumed her life and her career. She recalled spending entire weeks either doing substances or recovering from it. Asked how that affected her music, she smiled slightly and said, "You're asking me?" They did take a break from here, so I will be back later once she's back on the stand.
It's hard to imagine, but it got worse. The more that Cassie testified today, the more disturbing allegations we learned. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Today was the first day that his ex-girlfriend of nearly a decade took the stand. She is the prosecution's star witness in his federal trial, where he is facing charges of racketeering, trafficking, and prostitution. She is going to be back later this week for more testimony, but what a way to begin things. I made several videos already. Watch those to be fully caught up, but warning.
Pause that for a second, Joby. If you notice, none of the cats who actually own the record. See, Puppy don't own shit. He's a puppet of the cat. None of the cats' names are being mentioned in any of these lawsuits. Where's Clive Davis, who gave him the record deal? And we know he was sucking Clive Davis' penis. That's a known fact. He got the record deal, right? It was in the, Puppy was a little toy of Clive Davis. And we know Clive Davis had all the wild ass parties. Who's a cat? So where's the cats at? Jimmy Iovine, like I said, Clive Davis. Where's Clive Davis? So we know without the cats, there is no Puppy. Puppy's some goddamn moron who's cleaning up bathrooms and shit. Now you said that the reason why they gave him a label because he gave good head. He sucked good Jewish dick, right? And so where are the people that gave him the money? That gave him this label. He never owned the shit. Remember, Bad Boy was under Arista Records. Just like all black, there's no black independent music labels. Only one thing was independent was maybe Master P's. But all the other, I got a record. None of them got no record labels. All under the J's. J's own all of it. So Where they at? They was all up in there, but none of the names are mentioned.